This is Elena Radford, the founder of the Inca Way, and I would like to share with you today. I'm sorry, I'm looking up there because I'll be channeling the information, and with the energy that comes with the channeling is the possibility that you can receive the message in an energetic way as well. So the first thing I want to share with you is that there is a way how you can release blocks and limiting beliefs that is specifically based in shadows and entities. So let me describe what's a shadow and what's an entity. When you are hungry and you choose to go and prepare a meal for yourself, or even if you choose to grab an apple or a banana to eat, you're making a choice to make something happen, right? So a shadow of an entity also have a choice, but instead of choosing to produce their own level of productivity, or in another way, create their own source of energy, they use somebody else to create their source of energy. So they're attached to you, or you get contaminated with that energy because it's sucking your light, because it's like you made your meal, and what they do is, let's say you made a delicious spaghetti meal, and instead of you giving it to you, subconsciously something is happening inside of you. You're giving that to the shadow entity so they can feed from that energy, and you literally are releasing something that you should not be releasing to support those energies. So the best way to clear that energy is by learning how to love yourself, or by activating yourself like shamans. I cannot speak for all the different types of shamans, but the lineage that I come from, which is from the Andes, we spend a lot of time trying to master the energy of self-love, to be able to shield ourselves and protect ourselves from these energies that take our light without our permission, and we're manipulated to give what belongs to us for somebody that's not producing, even though they have a choice to produce for themselves. They choose to take. Okay, so number one, you don't feel sorry for the shadows or for the entities. When you want to try to understand them from a space of feeling sorry for them, it's not going to work. You're just going to make the connection stronger. What's going to work is generating energy, self-love in your heart. Give it a shape, give it a form, and with that you reflect the shadow, and the shadow will release from you. It may not happen the first time. It's like learning how to ride a bike. You won't be the best person riding a bike, in that skill, the first time that you ride a bike. It takes a process of development. It's like people come to me and they want to overcome healers in a week or in 2 weeks. It's not going to happen, right? It's a process of changing, of mental changes, of alignment, of understanding your communication with higher source, right? But because shadows and entities, we cannot wait, let's say that, to develop all your gifts, there is something that you can do, and that's give that shadow to the universe, and the universe will take care of that. And the way how the universe works is the universe has a frequency that is called the frequency of the future and high frequency. And let me explain that to you. I'm just explaining these different tools so you can understand. If there's a person who drinks alcohol every single day, let's just say that, and that person chooses to keep drinking or chooses not to make a change, the next day or a week from now will still drinking alcohol every single day. Let's say that's the behavior, right? But if that person, that behavior is already telling you an outcome in the future of what's going to happen. But let's say this person is aware that the drinking alcohol is not really healthy for her, it's damaged her, and is still creating that possibility of not stopping drinking, the outcome will be the same, because That person is not changing her way of thinking. So that is a low frequency choice, because at the end, the consequences that her body will suffer from that choice are not going to be in high frequency. She's going to get sick. That's a fact. So when you go to the future in high frequency, which is what the universe supports in a higher level of understanding and evolution, is to empower you to make you better choices. So let's use this person. She chooses not to drink anymore. So tomorrow she has a different reality. And that new reality will empower her to get stronger and keep doing that over and over again until she finally goes into a new reality where her body is healthier and she can connect with her body in a higher energy of self-love. Okay. So self-love is the key to make things happen. And you use the same thing to clear the shadows and the entities, because you're bringing a solution from the future in high frequency. So the way how you do it is you drink some water first, and then you put your hand, and I'm going to do that right now, because you're using, in this process, you're using the hydrogen as well as the oxygen, okay, of the water. So I want you to touch something, maybe a wall, maybe the computer, maybe your face, maybe your phone, something that creates a touch, anything that makes you be aware that there's energy in your body. That's why it's important you get to touch something. Once you attach that and feel the touch, you transfer that feeling into your heart and you create a new story, that the energy is the energy of you loving yourself. And just allow that energy to become into a pink energy. It's a pink energy that eventually you can give it the form of a pink crystal if you want to. All right. So that energy is your self-love. And it's going to stay there with you. I'm already sending some frequencies to support your heart in this process of clearing blocks and limiting beliefs. And it's not me again, it's you from the future with higher possibility that's going to come into the present to support that. So here I am removing my energy, and I'm removing your self-confidence and connecting to your highest potential in the future, right? And this is the way how it's going to, I want you to imagine that happening. Feel that you love yourself. That power is going to open up a blue sky. Envision a blue sky. That's the universe with a high possibility of solutions. Go inside, envision yourself going in, stepping into the blue sky. And now in the blue sky, there are several clouds. And there's one cloud that you like the most. And I want you to place your energy inside of the cloud. And that is the space of your heart, or who you are, or your energy in the future. You don't stop existing even if you die. You are going to continue. But this connection is the connection of who you are in the future and the role of the universe in high frequency. You go inside in, and it's going to connect you to your heart. And now you're going to be able to see the frequency of the pink crystal. This is a process, right? This is a process that you're not going to use your thoughts or ideas in your mind that can stop you and try to control the process. No, we're staying away from it. We're creating a reality that's going to be coming from your connection to your heart. And now you see, you may have a really warm feeling in your heart. And the important thing is to focus in creating movement in the pink crystal, because you are creating feelings. This is a process of feelings. And then you say to the universe, show me where's the shadow. And the shadow can be depression, or the shadow can be stress, or the shadow can be the judgment of somebody else, or the shadow can be you sabotaging yourself. We don't know. And we're not going to spend time going to the past and trying to figure out. It's going to slow down the process. So the shadows and the entities, remember again, are not there to support you. They're there to take what is of yours, so they can use your productivity for their own benefit. You are the food, you are the energy. So you take the beautiful pink crystal out of your heart, part of your self-love. Don't worry about it, in the sense that even if you were to take some of that energy as the shape of a pink crystal out of your heart, there's plenty self-love energy left in your heart. The future and high frequency is supporting. So you take the crystal and you reflect to the shadow, reflect into what is creating, reflect into the shadow, and you reflect it for 3 seconds to 5 seconds. 1, 2, and 3, and that's it. You're done. And then you go back and fill in your heart, and the shadow is going to start dissolving. And again, it may take several times to be able to do this, and the reason why it's not working is because you're not loving yourself. So you have to generate a movement of the pink energy in your heart. If you see entity, you do the same thing. You take your energy of self-love, because your energy of self-love generates a strong energy that is connecting to the universe of high frequency, to that shadow or entity, and is the universe in high frequency that is teaching that entity to make choices. It's not your job to teach that shadow or that entity. And then you do it again. You identify the shadow, you go reflecting your twin crystal 1, 2, and 3, and that's it. That's a meditation that you can use. Now, if somebody is sick, for some reason somebody is sick, you can use your energy and reflect in the person who is sick, and you go like 1, 2, and 3, and that's it. You let that touch into the energy. Now, let me explain something else. If you want to help that person, reflect your pink crystal energy into their heart and let it attach it to their energy of what it can possibly be or is their self-love, to the pink energy that's in their heart. For instance, today I was coming back to my place, and I was walking, and I was in the corner waiting for the light to allow me to cross the street. They said, was looking for this, waiting for the sign, and a woman standing next to me, and she was a homeless person, and she had a injury in her right above her lip, and she felt like she wanted to share. And she said, I was riding my bike 2 days ago, and I injured myself, and my body is hurting everywhere. Really, there was not enough time, in the sense that if I were to say, I was just listening to her, right? And I had to go. I didn't have enough time, but I had enough time. It took me 1 minute where I generated that self-love in my heart, and I sent it with the intention that my energy of pink crystal can reflect in her pink crystal to help her in the process of recovering from the accident that she had on her bike, right? Could I go into feeling sorry for her? Oh, she's a homeless person, poor her back, her bike was, I don't even know what happened to the bike. In the moment that I feel sorry for someone, I'm attaching to the shadows. So you get to stay away from that. You are going to empower that person by teaching her to love herself and going back into her heart, and let the universe to bring the possibilities and the blessings to her to empower herself. So that's how you do it. So I went into my heart, created pink crystal. I went into the blue sky, went into my cloud, touched my heart. Remember, touching the wall first, right? You need to generate a feeling. Let's do it again. Touch something, generate a feeling, bring it into your heart, create a story that you love yourself. You see the beautiful pink crystal there, or the pink energy. You go to the universe in the future. So in this situation, the person can find a solution to what she's going through. Go inside of my white cloud, go to my heart, and pick up my pink crystal, my self-love, right? That's my connection to the universe and high frequency. And then I reflected that into her heart. And I wish to see her pink crystal energy, or the pink energy in her heart, which is her self-love. And I went 1, 2, and 3. You can go to 5 if you want. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you just do that little touch energetically. And that's it. That's it. You don't want to go into your head. And then it's a blessing for her. And I just told her that I'll send good energy to you. And that was how I did it. And then I just honor and have gratitude for the universe in the future that is in high frequency, that has the solutions to the situation. And I move on in my life by blessing someone. So this is the way how you clear shadows and entities But if you need more support, you can make a consultation with me. If you want to learn more about these different techniques, you can also go into my website and see if there's any workshops or any coaching that is available to what you're looking for. So you have a wonderful day, and I hope this is helping you.